What's up, motherfuckers? It's your cousin, your motherfucking cousin. That's right, Cleveland Clout Chaser. So in this video, I'm unscripted, as you can tell. No AI, none of that stuff. I'm just freestyling, coming straight off the dome. The reason why I want to do this is because I want to let my audience know exactly who I am. I want you to kind of get a sense of who I am. This is not the first time that I've had a YouTube channel. One time before I had one that did somewhat okay. I had one specific video that went viral, and that was okay, but I ended up getting out of the social media thing as far as being a content creator because I own other businesses. And sometimes if you out there on social media, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, all of that, and you get kind of famous, people will know who you are and you don't know who they are. And that is why I kind of got out of this. It was affecting my business, my other businesses, because people will know who you are but you don't know who they are, because your name and face is all over the place. Theirs is not. So it can be bad and it can be good. So with this, I created a character because I'm a controversial person and I want to create a character that's going to be controversial like me. So I implemented some of the ideas that rappers have done. Eminem in particular, he as Marshall Mathers became the rapper Eminem, and then Eminem created a alter ego character called Slim Shady. So Slim Shady would be the individual that does all the bad stuff, that gets Eminem in trouble, that gets Marshall Mathers in trouble, but he has someone to blame it on. It's not me, it's Slim Shady. So I'm pretty much doing the same thing. My altered ego would be this character, Cleveland Clout Chaser, and he's going to be the one that everybody's going to be mad at, because he's going to be the one pissing people off. So I named the channel That Boy Be Talking Shit for that reason, because I be talking shit. And I also wanted to create a brand, something that could be utilized and sold off. Now if you hearing noise in the background, it's because I'm in one of my I'm driving. I'm actually leaving the job. I'm actually going home. So I own other businesses, and I just finished up for the day, so I'm going home. And I just wanted to use this time to just do a voice recording. So that's what I'm doing. Now, the part about me being a clout chaser, the reason why I say I'm the biggest clout chaser of them all was actually not me. I'm not the clout chaser. I'm not Cleveland. I am not going to tell you what my name is. That's the reason why I created Cleveland, because like I said before, in some past life, I went viral. And like I said, sometimes your opinion can piss people off, your views can piss people off, and you got your face placard all over the internet. They know who you are, they see you, and you don't know them. And that's one other reason why I would never get disrespectful with my clout chasing, such as disrespecting the dead, like most people doing nowadays, disrespecting the dead, rappers disrespecting the dead. I would never do that. If someone gets pissed off about that and they send them goons at you, the goons know what you look like, because you got your video all over the place. They got your face. You don't know who the goon is, so you can't see them coming. Now mind you, I'm from the streets and I done lived that street life. But all the people that was coming to come pop me up, I knew who they were and I knew what they looked like. So, in other words, I couldn't get caught lacking. I wasn't slipping. I know who my enemies were and I knew who they was associated with. And I know if somebody was coming to get me, I know who it's gonna be. But when you out here on social media just crashing the fuck out like that, not safe, not good. That's stupid. That's something I won't do. So I'm responsible about my stuff, but I do realize that you got to be somewhat controversial to a degree. Nobody wants to watch a video that's boring, ain't talking about shit. You just lame as shit, Nobody want to hear that shit. Motherfucker want some mess. They want some action. They want to hear about who the fuck you done slapped in the face last week and what happened after you slapped the shit out of them. They want to hear that shit. Where your ops at? Your ops that slid on your ass? Yeah, they want to hear about that shit. Who you fucking? Oh, you fucked old boy, old lady? You fucking with people's wives? Yeah, they want to hear about that. In other words, they want to hear mess. They want drama. They want that DJ drama. They want that. Okay, alright, I'm gonna give you motherfuckers some fucking drama. Say hello to my little friend. But anyway, that's what the fuck they want, right? So I'm gonna give you bitch ass niggas that. That's what I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna cuss y'all ass out. I'm gonna call you ugly as a motherfucker. I'm gonna talk about you like a dog. But we gonna do it respectfully. We gonna have fun doing this shit. Y'all remember how that shit was in high school? Playing the dirty dozen, roasting niggas, driving niggas, as we say back at home, driving nigga up the wall. I'm gonna drive him crazy. Talk about him so fucking bad, I'm gonna drive him up the wall. Yeah, that kind of shit. That's what we finna fucking do. That's what I'm finna bring to y'all. But at the same time, since I'm a nigga that come from the streets, but at the same time, I also live the life of a suburban person. Yeah. I lived on both sides of the track. So guess what? You motherfuckers finna get a well-diverse, well-rounded individual. I'm gonna be talking about all kinds of shit. Scientific shit, aliens, UFOs, monkeys, dogs and shit, crocodiles, alligators. I'm gonna be talking about all of that shit. Pregnant people. I'm gonna talk about your mama like a fucking dog too. Yup. All of that shit. I'm finna piss y'all bitches off. I'm telling you. Go ahead and let all your little friends and shit know. Y'all thought Charleston White was the motherfucker. Watch. You finna see. I'm telling you. It's finna get ugly. Ugly in here. Like Bubba Sparks. Yeah, we finna get ugly. But anyway. So, since I'm a humorous person, I used to drive the shit out of people in school, in high school, get in the back of the class and talk about your ass like a dog. Boy, I used to have motherfuckers scared. They know boy, you come to school with them shoes on? Man, you better not come to you. Man, you let that nigga catch you in that back of that bump, he gonna drive the shit. Nigga running. They don't want to get drove today. Sneaking in the classroom and shit, trying to be quiet, don't want to be seen. Up, don't sneak your ass in here. I see your ass in here with them bobos on, nigga. Got them motherfucking Family Dollar shoes on, trying to sneak your ass up in here with them damn shoes on. Yeah, I was that type, driving the shit out of people and shit. So, I want to use my sense of humor to make all you stupid motherfuckers out there laugh. Your dumb ass dumb enough to sit there and subscribe to my channel like an asshole, I'm gonna fuck over you. I'm gonna fuck over you bad. I'm gonna talk about you bad. Yep, in your face. And I don't want no hard feelings afterwards either, nigga. I don't want no more hard feelings after that. I'm gonna talk about your ass like a dog, and you gonna take that shit. That's just what it's gonna be. I'm that type of person. But we gonna have fun as we do this shit. So, my political views, I'm independent. I used to be a Democrat, as most black folks, we was raised to be Democrat. And then when I got to college, I majored in international business with a minor in international relations. And then I started learning shit. And then I started beginning to think for my fucking self. And then I went from a Democrat to a motherfucking Republican. And then after being a Republican for a while, I realized there's some things about them I didn't like. Then I said, fuck that, I'm just gonna be an independent. So that's why I stand. As party-wise, I'm independent. I'm an independent voter. When it comes to ideology, my ideological beliefs, I guess you can say I'm conservative. I'm one of those traditional motherfuckers. I believe in those old ways. You know, my great-grandmother instilled a whole lot in me. My grandfather instilled a whole lot in me. Old folks, they instilled a whole lot in me. So I kind of got this old soul. And, you know how that shit is. So, yeah. Conservative views. Always wanting to make sure the man is playing his role. You know, he taking the trash out, cutting the grass. He out there fixing on the house when the house break down. He out there fixing on the cars, changing the oil. Mama in the house cooking and cleaning and making sure the kids' hair is combed and the kids ready to go to school and all of that kind of stuff. So the women do the women shit, the men do the man shit. I come from that kind of background. Traditional shit, you know, that old school shit. Shit like that. So I come from that, and that's what I want to, I guess, promote and advocate on my channel. So I'm giving you a synopsis right now. Early origin, early on, you know it from the gate. Day one type shit. That's what I'm giving you. So I shouldn't have too many people, because I only got a few videos, and I want to make sure I gave y'all the introduction videos so you'll know what type of, in other words, I don't want nobody coming on my channel talking shit. Why? Because I'm that boy that be talking shit. You don't come to I do all the shit talking. You don't come to my channel and talk no shit. I talk the shit. So I'm letting you know I'm a shit talker. I might say some shit that might hurt your feelings. I'm letting you know that now. If you don't got no tough skin, no thick skin, and you a fragile little bitch, you can't be on this channel. This channel for grown folks, people with thick skin. You know, I come from that kind of background. I'm a southern dude. I come from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's how we get down. We walk up to our homeboys and say, "What's happening, you little bitch?" Now, anybody from outside of Louisiana, they might hear that shit and say, "Damn, that nigga disrespectful. He call you a bitch." No, nigga, that's a sign of endearment. That's how we get down where I'm from. We walk up to our homeboys, our closest friend, knock on the nigga door. "Who is it?" "Me, boy, pussy ass nigga, open the door up." Then he opened the door up. "Man, I should have known it was your funk ass. I smelled your ass coming up here." "Yeah, anyway, what's happening, you little bitch? You coming out with me today, nigga?" They got them hoes around the corner, boy. They got that second line going on. I'm telling you, man. "Yeah, I'm finna come out there, man. Matter of fact, where the nigga Michael bitch ass at?" Man, I started to slap shit out that nigga, man. Last night, man, that nigga pulled some puss ass shit with me last night, bro. Let go pick that bitch ass nigga up. See, that's the kind of talking we do. We degrade each other, but it's all love. It's all love. So, that's that moniker. That's that character. That's who Cleveland Clout Chaser is. Now, you want to know about the clout chasing part, right? Why in the fuck would you want to be a clout chaser? That ain't cool. That's a motherfucking lie, nigga. Shit, clout chasers make money. In fact, I don't understand why anyone would be a social media influencer or a content creator without trying to chase clout. So my definition of clout, from my understanding, is it's when a motherfucker doing all kinds of shit to get her attention. And people do that. Matter of fact, Kamala Harris was clout chasing when she went and got Megan Thee Stallion. She's trying to gain young voters, young women voters in particular. You know, the ones that got concerns about abortion. Yeah. So she was clout chasing. And then Meg Thee Stallion was also clout chasing because she was doing it for money. So in other words, anybody that's trying to do anything to gain somebody's attention and they're doing certain things that could be controversial as they do it, they're clout chasers. And there's nothing wrong with that. As a business, if I got a character and that character has produced a large following and I got people like know me, love me, like my sense of humor, love what I got going on, and then I might have some kind of sponsor. Who knows? Nike might call me, Gatorade might call me and say, "Hey, old bitch ass nigga, I've been watching some of your puss ass videos." And I'm be like, "What your punk ass watch?" "Man, I watched that video you talking about such and such, and I see you got a large following. I see you a motherfucking clout chaser." And I'm gonna say, "Bitch, you hit the nail on the head. You motherfucking right. That's all I do. Now what's happening?" And they gonna say some shit like, "Well, you know, I can pay you X amount of dollars if you start promoting this on your channel." I'm gonna be like, "That's the whole motherfucking point, bitch. That's why I've been clout chasing. Where the fuck you been? I've been waiting on you motherfuckers to call me. Come on, where them damn contracts at? I got my pen. I got blood in that bitch already. I'm gonna write it in blood. I'm ready to sell my soul." That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Anyway, so anybody doing anything to get somebody's attention, you basically clout chasing. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're doing it safe, you're making your money, you're not harming nobody, and you not degrading your motherfucking self. Now, if you are degrading yourself and you willing to deal with the consequences, you okay with degrading yourself, then so be it. Be the baddest motherfucker out there doing it. I tell hoes all the time, baby, ain't nothing wrong with being no motherfucking hoe. If you getting your motherfucking money and you can deal with the consequences of being a hoe, you be a good hoe. And I'ma support you. In fact, I might buy some pussy my damn self. But yeah, so as a clout chaser, that's basically that part. But like I said, you gotta be responsible with this shit. You start degrading people, talking about dead family members and all that kind of shit, and you get them goons on your ass, you brought that on your motherfucking self. Now that's the kind of clout chasing I don't do. I ain't no crash test dummy, but I will crash out. There's a difference. I crash out, but I ain't no damn crash test dummy. Like some of them punks say. Punks say, he might be gay, but he ain't no motherfucking punk. Now, you might think to yourself, what the fuck he mean by that? A gay man and a punk is the same thing. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. But anyway, so, my political views right now, because I did want to incorporate some of that in this video, so you kind of know where I stand with that shit. As I said before, now I'm independent. As a black person, I own businesses and stuff like that, so I'm voting in that perspective. I'm trying to change things. I want to see my people come out of the situation that they're in. In fact, I want to see the world change, and the world is changing, and I'll talk about some of that as well. So this next election coming up, I'm behind Trump. Most folks would say, well, he's a racist. He might be. I can't prove that. There's no way to scientifically prove someone is or is not a racist. We can't do that. We can just say, okay, he did this. I speculate that he's a racist. Well, what make you think that? Because he used the N-word. Yeah, but that necessarily don't mean he's a racist. He just might be an asshole today. So with Trump, I think that he's probably more of an asshole, egotistical, arrogant, maybe a psychopath, maybe a sociopath, but I don't think he's a racist. Now, can he say and do some racist shit? Yeah. Now, you may be asking, well, that's a contradictory. How could you not be a racist doing racist shit? Because the same way a pastor or a preacher could do some gangster shit in the hood, he can just leave out the pulpit, never been in the hood in his life, go hang around some gang members and go do some shit that they do. Now, the gang members gonna look at him and say, Pastor, you know good goddamn well you ain't built like that. Why you out here doing this shit with us? So he's out doing gangster shit, but that does not mean he's a gangster. So that's what I mean by that. Sometimes they can just do racist shit and not necessarily be a racist. Now, because black people experience so much internalized racism, meaning we experience so much fucking racism that we think everything is racist. That's why the white people say, why they put everything on race? The black people make everything about race. It's because motherfuckers experience so much motherfucking racism, they think when a bee sting their ass, that's racism too. Shit, might as well. Well, that's how that goes. So, I don't think he's like that. I think he can just be an asshole. But anyway, when it comes to policies, that's why I'm on the Trump bandwagon. I'm a person that believes in making my own money, not having government all in my business, making laws saying that you can't do this, you can't do that, you gotta do it this way, you gotta have a permit to do this, you can't operate your business over here, you gotta have this, you gotta do that. I'm tired of that shit. I'm sick of that shit. All these motherfuckers doing is getting away with my fucking money. And if they ain't getting in the way of my motherfucking money, they taking money from me in taxes. So that's why I want Trump to be president. That's why. And I hope when he get in, we able to gain some shit within those 4 years. Because after he's out, I think we going back to shit. We gonna go from shit to sugar when we get Trump in. And then we gonna go back from sugar to shit. Now, that's what's gonna happen. You niggas got 4 years to get that shit right if he get in. Now, if Kamala Harris or whatever her name get in, I'm crashing the fuck out. I'm going back to my old ways. I'm gonna have to. Y'all motherfuckers better be careful. That's all I can tell you. Because when I go back to my old ways, I'm gonna be dangerous. Somebody gonna get hurt. Because we ain't gonna make it. I'm going to buy me some more I got enough bulletproof vests now. I'm going to give me some more bulletproof vests, and I'm going to stack up on some more guns. It's going to get nasty out here. I don't think we can handle another 4 years of Democratic bullshit. I just don't think we can stomach it. So we got the Democrats. What their main thing is bringing in globalization. They're the ones behind transhumanism. They're the ones that wants to merge humans with robots. They're the ones that's bringing AI to where it is. They're the ones that want to make the entire planet one big old slave plantation. The big deep state. That's that Democratic shit. And the word Democrat, it got demon in it. We might as well call them Democrats. Yep. So they're the ones that want to make sure it's okay that a woman decides to be a man tomorrow and a man become a woman if he wants to. And passing these laws, as we spoke about that, me and my cousin spoke about the gay rights laws, and we was talking about how it's basically just a way to bring in sexual deviance. So you got people that want to be pedophiles, that want to, you know, have relations with little children. You got individuals that want to have sex with dead bodies. Necrophilia shit. You got motherfuckers want to have sex with animals. Bestiality. You got people who want to go to bed with their relatives. Incest. Yeah. See, it's people out there like that that's living in the shadows. They want to come out. They want to have a right to lay down with their relatives. Lay down with a dog. They want the right to do that shit. And the government impeding on their motherfucking rights. Don't tread on me. So that's where the Democrats come in and say, hey, we can give you deviants the right to do all of these things, but we got to go about it in a calculative way. In other words, we'll use the gay people as a way of getting that shit in. Because ain't nobody taking no rights away from you to being gay. I mean, if you're gay, you're gay. Who want to know you're gay if you don't tell nobody that you're gay? If you want to let them know you're gay, there's no law. I don't know. I've never heard of a law that says if you're gay, you're going to jail. I never heard of that. So when we talk about gay rights, a right to do what? I want to have a right to be with whoever I want to be with. Well, who the fuck took that right from you in the first place? I thought we already had that right. No, it's a trick. You already got rights to do whatever the hell you want. And if you don't got a right to do it, do like most folks do. Break the motherfucking law and do it any motherfucking way. Just don't get caught. Now, so that's what they want to pull in. Then they bring the immigrants in, and there's no problem having immigrants in. We need immigrants. Sometimes a country just don't have the manpower. Like most corporations, they may not have the manpower. They got to do a hiring, a mass hiring. Once they get everybody they need, they got that head count where they need it, then they do a hiring freeze. So countries do this all the time. So sometimes we need immigrants. It's just when it's unfair. When you're taking my hard-earned money out of my business taxes or my working taxes, my W-2 taxes, and then I'm buying products out the store, and then you're taxing me on the shit that I buy at the store. You're taxing my damn income, and then you take my tax dollars and you give it to somebody that just snuck over here. Yeah, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off. That's not fair. It's not fair to me, and it's not fair to the other immigrants that had to wait a long ass time and fill out papers and get denied and got to reapply, and then they have to wait another 10 years and finally got their citizenship. They had to go through hell to get that. It's not fair for them, for somebody else to just sneak across the border and our tax dollars start taking care of them. That's not right. It's not fair. So they bring them in. And then they got other groups that feel like they're better than certain Americans. You American niggas are lazy. I come to this country, I only been here for 1 year, and now I own 10 businesses. Why you niggas in America can't get your shit together? Well, there's a reason for all of that, but I don't want to go into the details in that. I'll probably do that in another video. But, so we got those type of groups of people here, which also makes the immigration a problem. Mind you, there's a dynamic demographic change. The white population pretty much globally is becoming shorter. They're not reproducing the way they used to. So that means all of these powerful people don't have no one to transfer the power to. They don't have no one to give the keys of the kingdom to. So now America is trying to decide, in the coming future, white people will be the minority. Who's going to run the country when we are the minority. Well, we damn sure ain't giving it to no fucking niggers. That's what's going on. So what happens then? Less immigrant motherfuckers over here to give them this country. We will never ever give it to them niggas, even once we're dead and gone and no longer exist on the planet anymore. You niggas will never run a goddamn thing. So that's what that's at. And the problem is, black folks don't understand these things, and they're constantly voting Democrat, not realizing that just digging there every time you vote, digging yourself deeper, digging yourself deeper, digging yourself deeper. By the time the Democrats reveal exactly what the fuck they finna do to us, it's gonna be too late. And then you're gonna be like, I'm not voting for them anymore. Well, it don't matter at this point. You are finally fucked forever. You have voted yourself into a fuck situation that you can't unfuck. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. When too many immigrants get over here, to the point we don't make no difference anymore. In other words, your black vote don't matter no more. Why? I got enough immigrants that replace your vote. Fuck you, Negroes. Y'all shooting us down in the street. This ain't right. We don't give a shit about you crying about us shooting you down in the street. We don't need you anymore. Matter of fact, why are you even here? We got immigrants to come here and work the jobs you niggas can't work. And whatever the immigrants can't do, robots and AI technology will. In other words, we don't need you Negroes anymore. So what do you do with a group of millions of Negroes you don't need? You dispose of them. That's what you do. But anyway, black folks so goddamn dumb, stupid, and ignorant, they don't see this shit coming. They have given the women something to whine about. I want to have the right to unalive my unborn child. Okay, that's what you want? You'll vote for me for that? Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna send Meg Thee Stallion out there so she can shake that ass, and right after you leave from seeing her shake that ass, you can go out and be a thought and get pregnant. And right when you get pregnant, you just go vote me in, and that baby that you got that you don't want, I can make sure we can send it right back to heaven. That's what's going on. Before it's over with, we're competing with immigrants as Americans. We're competing with AI. I got a friend that's working in AI. He's in IT. AI has taken his job. He's been out of work for a while. Highly educated, was getting that bread in the beginning. Then AI came in and say, hey, move these humans out the way. AI is so fucking high tech, it can teach itself now. It's correcting itself. They're not gonna need humans. We got self-driving cars. Where I'm at right now, they're using drones. Amazon using drones to do delivery. Chick-fil-A is offering deliveries in their own little robotic cars, self-driving. And the car got a heater in it and everything, a little warmer to keep the food warm and everything. No human being in it. All of that. All of that's coming. You got self-checkout. Going into stores is not a thing in the future. Everything is going to, matter of fact, after you finish listening to me talk shit right now, go watch that movie, Back to the Future Part 2. That's where the fuck we going. That's where we going. And when we get to that level, if anybody know about the Georgia Guidestones when they were saying drop the population, that's why we got to drop the population. That's why the elites want most of us up out of here. Because they're not going to need us. AI finna do a big number. We finna have robots everywhere. A company won't need you when they got robots doing everything. Delivery companies won't need you if they got drones, AI, and robots doing things. So the thing is going to be this. It's too many robots supplying the labor that we need. We don't need these humans. What are we going to do with these humans that we don't need? You're going to have to get rid of them. Because that's too many humans. When you got robots and all of that sustaining you, let's just say I'm a rich, wealthy man living in the year 2095. I got a maid that's a robot. I got a robot that cut my grass. I got a robot, I can talk to my cell phone and order my food. A robot is going to deliver my food either by drone or by some type of moped, and it's going to be robotically driven and operated. I'm not going to need people. Think about it. My relationship ain't going right. Oh, well, they cloning now. And they got this thing called CRISP, where you can design a baby. You want babies with blue eyes? They go find somebody with blue eye genetics and they incorporate that into the clone. So what that means is I can get a designer wife. Go get my designer wife, and then when my designer wife can produce designer children with my designer wife using my genetics. So let's just say I want a wife like Halle Berry. Them people done already took everybody's DNA anyway, because they got it when everybody was talking about, I want to know my ancestry. I'm going to go to Ancestry123, Ancestry.com. And I ain't nothing but entertainment. Them people are not telling you who you really related to. It's a bunch of bullshit. All they want is you to give them their DNA. So when they start making clones, if I'm a rich, wealthy man in the future, and I want a bitch that look like Halle Berry, and I want her to act right, and I also want a bitch that look like, let's just see who. Beyonce. I want me a Halle Berry, a Beyonce. What else I want? I can order that and get that made in a clone. And then even have the personalities incorporated in it. So that's what the Democratic Party is bringing us. They're bringing us to that future. A future where we're going to be soulless. There's no need to have emotions and feelings when you got robots everywhere. We already at that point right now. I lay in the bed right next to my wife. We both on our phone. She on her cell phone, on my cell phone, laying right next to each other. And sometimes we can't even talk to each other. Matter of fact, the other day my wife sent me a text laying right next to me in the fucking bed with me, smelling my stinking ass breath and everything, and still decide to text me. We are becoming soulless. We're not going to be humans in the future. We're going to be something else. We're going to become cyborgs. Fleshly cyborgs, meaning we got fleshly bodies, and the only humans that's going to be around is the ones that's rich and wealthy to be around, because if you ain't got no money and you one of them poor people, especially the ones voting for Democrat and looking for handouts all the damn time and don't got a grip or a clue of where the fuck we headed, and you still doing dumb shit out here crashing out, yeah, you won't be around, because they got to drop that population. You cannot have all these people here when factory jobs are being done by robots. Delivery jobs, truck, big 18-wheelers got self-driving 18-wheelers, trains and shit. You got drones that drive and fly themselves. They not gonna need all of you fucking humans. Some of y'all got to go. So what you need to be figuring out, who the fuck they gonna keep? The rich and wealthy ones. So this is your time right now to get your shit together. You do one or two things. Stop having kids and you don't have nothing to worry about. Why did I say that? Because if you don't have no children, you don't have no future posterities or nobody of your generation, your future generation that's gonna suffer. So just stop having children and your bloodline will not be suffering, because you will not produce no more of your bloodline. But if you want to see your bloodline continue on, and I don't know how you're going to do that anyway, because you're not here once you pass away. But if you want your bloodline to continue on, and you want the next 10, 15, 20 generations of your bloodline to continue on, you better start trying to get your monkey ass rich right now. Because they ain't going to have no spot for a lot of human beings. I'm telling you, they not. They not. They not. Robots finna replace your ass. It's a lot of black folks running around. I remember Phil Scott from the Phil Scott show, or either the it's the Phil Scott show, because he don't have the Bible show no more. From the Pan-African diaspora, the African diaspora channel. He was saying, well, these people talking about replace, they ain't better replace us. They can't replace. That's a goddamn lie. And anybody running around saying that we can't be replaced, I think I will be leery of listening to them, because they setting your ass up for failure. These folks that's in power don't want you to know that you're going to be replaced. Now, let me get to the point, because I really don't want to make this video long. I'll have to really break these Everything I'm talking about in this video, I have to break it down by subject and put it in another shorter form video. But this is just a synopsis right now. So the Democrats, they're controlled by lobbyists and big major corporations. Really, the whole political system is controlled by that. But the Democrats are more of a globalization type. They're the more demonic form of it. They're the more Sodom and Gomorrah. Anything goes. Be whatever you want. Gender fluid. You want to be a woman, be one. You want to mess with little kids, go ahead and do that. You want to merge with robots, yes, go ahead and do that. That's what they're on. So their first objective now is to bring in fleshly body immigrants to replace Americans. The reason why they want to replace Americans, because Americans have realized we getting our clocks clean and we're being treated like shit. Okay? We're realizing we're underpaid, overworked, and everything is extremely expensive. We can't afford a goddamn thing. It's so tight we can't even pay attention. Shit is tight. In other words, Americans are demanding real money. We want our shit. We want it. We want to be paid what we're worth. We're learning things now. We are figuring out we can get on social media and make millions. Women can go out in the strip club and strip it and shake that ass and make a few thousands and then run to Miami and get that body work done and then come back and go open up an OnlyFans and an Instagram and get paid for modeling and all kind of shit like that. They're realizing they don't have to work a regular job. So when all the Americans are realizing they can be entrepreneurs or just be lazy, corporations are saying, fuck this shit. Americans are demanding too much money. They want insurance policies. They want retirement. They want this, they want that. And they don't really want to put out and give us a whole lot of their labor and their time. So let's bring in some folks that'll come over here and work for peanuts. Let's bring them people south of the border over here. And that's what's going on. So they get them over here. Then when they get here, they Democrat like a motherfucker until they get straight. Once they get up on their feet and established, they turn Republican. Because anybody that's getting some real fucking money, most likely gonna be Republican, because it's smarter just to be a Republican if you got money. You don't want yourself overtaxed, so that's what they do. Now, they bring those immigrants in. They're here. They're established. They go from Democrat to Republican. Now they're telling the government, don't bring no more immigrants in here. Because there's immigrants right now that are saying they don't want any more immigrants over here. Corporations realize that. And they say, don't worry about it. It's only temporary. The only reason why we're bringing them here is, one, we want friction between America. What do you mean? We know it's too many people that's on the planet right now, and we want to bring in these cyborgs and these robots to start doing the work, and we don't need y'all. So we got to find a way of getting rid of y'all. One way of doing that is to bring in immigrants to piss off the Americans and make them feel jealous in a sense. So now I got a conflict going on between American citizens and immigrants. And because we were bringing in illegal immigrants, meaning we wasn't screening them, we wasn't background checking them, some of these so-called immigrants are actually sleeper cells. Yep, we're bringing in terrorists. We're bringing in members of reconnaissance, members of other little guerrilla armies. We're bringing in soldiers from other countries to come in here so there can be a civil war in America, starting with the immigrants and the Americans. And you'll think you're out there fighting immigrants. Those immigrants are not just immigrants. Some of them people are coming from sleeper cells. Yep. So now we got them over here. Americans get pissed off because Kamala Harris have won. You think July 6th last election, when Trump lost that, people went in the Capitol building. That was only a little sample of what the fuck gonna happen if Trump don't get in office this year. You're not gonna just have white folks at the Capitol building. You're gonna have a lot of black folks as well, primarily black men. I might just be one of them. I'm going down to that Capitol building. I'm gonna be talking just like the rest of them rednecks down there. This shit ain't right. They got that Kamala girl up in there. I'm gonna be right next to him. My black ass talking just like them. Yep. Because I don't want no more Democrats in here. They're gonna bring in this reason for people to get mad and start doing wild and crazy shit. And we know people will do wild and crazy shit. We seen that with the Buffalo incident when that man went up there in Buffalo, New York and decided to target those folks at the grocery store. Yep, we know that folks will do whatever when they push to the limit. So that's what's gonna happen. That could break that civil war that everybody be talking about. We get this damn woman in here, people get pissed off, all hell break loose, there is the civil war. That's the first mission that these people want. Yep, anarchy, order out of chaos. Create chaos, start fighting and shooting and killing each other. So once y'all out there banging each other brains out, dropping each other, unaliving motherfuckers, remember all of those goddamn coffins y'all saw back in the 90s? When you seeing those videos about people had all those black coffins? Yep, that's what those coffins are gonna be for. To throw all of you unalive motherfuckers up in those coffins that can hold 2 or 3 bodies at a time. Yep, that's what's gonna happen. So, now that y'all out there scrambling and fighting and unaliving yourselves, you have just dropped the population for us. And those immigrants, we don't need them either. Why? We got robots, asshole. We're only using them as a tool to keep us up afloat right now because the average American don't want to work for the peanuts. We'll bring the immigrants in, they come in and work for the peanuts. And once we get established, we don't need them anymore. We create chaos. Now we got immigrants fighting Americans. And while they knocking each other off in the street, we'll be somewhere in our underground bunker. You remember those underground bunkers you saw on TV? While all the rich people were buying those underground bunkers? And those places in Hawaii that you broke poor people can't come to? That's where we gonna be. Rich and wealthy, hiding in the bunker. While your maggot ass is out in the street, unalive, fighting for crumbs, living in a state of anarchy. And when the settling is done and it's time for us to come back from off under the ground and take the surface over again, we won't come out first. We're gonna send the Terminator out there after you niggers. Yep, that's right. We're gonna be in our underground bunkers with remote control playing Call of Duty, but we're gonna be playing for real. Cause we're gonna send drones and androids and robots out on the surface with cameras on them. And we're gonna be unaliving the rest of you with our robots from under the ground. We are literally gonna be playing Call of Duty from under the ground. Then once everybody submit to us, the few humans that's left, we come back up and now we got a whole new world order. That's the new world order. Then we're gonna start seeing more UFOs and aliens and all of that. Now it's time for all of that. The aliens that's already here can come out from under the woodworks and show themselves. Because that's the new world. This has happened before. This is gonna be the 5th time it happened. It's part of the reason why we got multiple races of people, because in ancient time, at one time, you did not have all these different races of people. There was only one race on the planet, and that was black people. We had visitors that came in and gave us a new world order, and they brought about all these new races of people. That's the reason why when you look into the Neanderthal thing, the Cro-Magnon man, the Vincian man, you find that certain people got Neanderthal genetics and other people don't. A Neanderthal is an animal. How do you have human beings walking around with animal genetics when we know a human and an animal cannot cross? There's no way in the world a man can go get a monkey pregnant. A monkey cannot get a human woman pregnant. The chromosomes don't match. Somebody had to come here in the lab and make somebody. They had to do that in the lab. So these same group of alien beings finna update the world. That's basically what they're doing. And it's called the New World Order. Why do they want this? Because these beings cannot connect to God. They have no spiritual connection. They have no soul. They're inorganic beings. We call them jinn. We call them archons. Things of that nature. So they have to survive off of feeding off of human beings. And they using robots now because a lot of the human souls are going home and they're not really returning back to this planet. A lot of human beings are realizing it's not good to incarnate here. This is the world of suffering. So many humans are realizing once they pass away, they don't want to come back to Earth anymore. That means these alien beings that live in this world, that's stuck in this dimension, can't go anywhere else. They won't have any souls to feed off of. So now they got to create robots and then convince other souls that don't know any better to keep reincarnating here. In other words, Satan trying to get you to sell your soul so you can stay here so they can continue feeding off of you. Because you as a spirit, you as a soul, you as a human being, you are energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. So you have always existed as energy. And these entities feed off of you because they don't have no connection to God. You have a connection to God, they don't. So they know their time is up. That's what Revelation speaks about. Their time is up. It's over with. They got to find another source to live off of. And they found that by some humans that don't quite have all the human genetics. So many humans running around with less human genetics and too much animal genetics, it's hard for that soul to cross over. Those human beings may be stuck in this realm, constantly dying, going into astral plane, reincarnating, coming back over and over and over and over and over again. So these entities can use those humans to feed off of them. What other humans they don't have, they have to use robots. And the power that they got to get, it still got to come from God because they got to get it from the sun. So if you got robots, you got solar power, you can power this planet up. But then that's time limited because in this world we got what is called the laws of thermodynamics, where entropy and energy is transforming and breaking itself down. So the sun at some point is going to explode. That means they're not going to have energy. So technically, us as human beings really not supposed to be in this physical world. It's not our home. We need to be somewhere that's self-sustaining, where suns are not dying, because our sun is going to die. So what's happening, souls are realizing this is not where we're supposed to be. I know me personally, once I die, I'm not coming back here. I don't give a shit who I face. A fake Jesus, a fake dead relative, somebody talking about, yeah, it's a near-death experience and you got to go back to Earth, you got a mission to complete. Hell no. Fuck you and fuck what you're talking about. I'm not going back to no fucking Earth. There's nothing to learn down there. All I get to do is get cheated on. Gotta kill animals to eat food. People lying to me. Headaches, stomach ache, diarrhea, burping, shitting and pissing. All this human shit. Animal attack. I done been bit by a fucking dog before. Been locked up. I'm getting treated like shit because of my skin color. I didn't even ask to be born. I didn't ask for my race. I ain't asked to be black. But yet I'm being treated like shit just because I'm black. I ain't even asked for this shit. So no, I don't want to come back to Earth no more. Fuck this place. Fuck it. I'm done. So a lot of souls are going to do that. That means these entities are not going to have no food source. They got to compensate. So what do that? They go out and they go get humans. Use humans to create other humans. Try to make them inferior as possible so that they cannot leave. Then create all kind of systems of beliefs, religions, and institutions to lie and trick people and have them thinking that God is this way and heaven and earth and all of this shit so that they'll keep returning and coming back here. While all of that's going on, they got other humans working for them within the Illuminati that's creating all kinds of technological advances so that androids and robots can come in. Then once they all come in, let's just say once this world is over with and everybody that leaves that's supposed to leave, they gone, no more reincarnating back to Earth. These entities are going to have a very few human, a limited supply of humans, And mind you, they can't really come in and out this dimension like talking about it. They just can't. They don't have the frequency to do that. So they're going to have a few humans here working for them, working directly up under them, and then the humans going to have robots working up under them. So it's going to be a hierarchy like it is now. It's just going to be less humans. And if you're not intellectually inclined, very smart, got really good genes, in other words, they're going to breed, try to get the best of the brightest of the humans and keep them here, and then put them in labs and clone and advance them and enhance their genetics and do all kinds of shit to make us superhuman. All of this shit finna come about. All of this, that's what we're on the verge of all of that. We're in the infancy stages of it all. And right now is a pivotal time because the decisions that we make right now will determine how the future is going to be. I will tell you this, the future is going to be, you can't stop it. You may procrastinate it, prolong it. You cannot stop it. It is going to be. That's what a lot of people are not realizing. And they're not thinking in that perspective. So they're making bad decisions, not realizing the future is going to be. And it's going to be an ugly future if we don't make the right decisions right now. The average child right now, they're not really thinking. Nobody's really using their brain the way they're supposed to because of technology. You ask a motherfucker what's his own phone number, he probably don't know it. You ask him what's his wife's phone number, what's his mama's phone number, he probably don't know it. Because when he picks up the phone to call her, he don't dial the number, he just looks for her name. So we're being dumbed down by technology. And technology is helping us all at the same time. So we're doing a transfer. We're transferring our intelligence and know-how for technology to do it. That's one other reason why I'm doing this video in this perspective. I'm doing it live. No AI. My other videos, I've used AI. I don't want to completely keep doing that shit. It dumbs you down. It takes away your own natural creativity when you got something doing something for you. It's like a muscle. You don't use that muscle, you lose it. So that's what's taking place with that. So these Democrats, they come in, they get the immigrants to come in, temporarily use them, let them do all the general labor work, the blue collar manual labor work that most Americans don't want to do. Why? Because Americans want to be social media influencers. They want to make money the easy way, the quick way, the lazy way. They want to do DoorDash. They want to do Uber Eats and shit like that. They getting these gig apps. They doing work like that. They're not doing regular jobs. So these corporations are not really seeing the work that they need. So they're bringing immigrants in to do that work. Once they're done with the immigrants, they're going to get rid of them as well and bring in the robots. So that's when the self-driving cars, they're already doing it. Like I said, they're already doing it anyway, at least where I'm at. There are spots out here where they've been testing the Chick-fil-A delivery trucks, small little vans, them small little cube-looking cars. And then they also got these drones and stuff that Amazon used to drop off things, like local small little hubs. And they take in stores. Nowadays, you can go to like a 7-Eleven or a Circle K, and they may have an Amazon pickup spot there. It'd be like these little lockers and shit in front of the store, outside the store, maybe inside the store. So they got these little ports all over the place. Before it's over with, every store, and then they're going to have corners. You know, back in the day, they used to have these blue mailboxes. They still got some of these mailboxes you can just drop. They might be on a corner somewhere. You're going to have Amazon shit like that all over the place. So your packages, you're going to get shit within hours sometime. All of that next day delivery, that's finna be over with. You finna get delivered in an hour. You can order probably a goddamn car and get that motherfucker in the next 2 hours. It's finna get to that point. And a lot of that is going to be robot, Android, AI control. Guided vehicles and all kinds of things. So the first problem now is just immigrants. And I don't have no problem with no immigrant, because an immigrant is a human being at the end of the day. I love all humans. They have the immigration problem. They create conflict. We get into some type of fight with that. That creates civil war. They allow us to unallow ourselves. The ones that's left, they come in with their robots. Because we're wondering, well, if they're controlling the police and the army, they're using humans to do their dirty work now. They know a lot of humans finna rebel against them. A lot of people are waking up. They're not with all of this American way or this way the world is going right now. A lot of people are tired of this shit. They want a new world. These demons know that. So they know their time is up. When their time is up, they got to find a replacement. The replacement is going to be the immigrants first here in America. And then once they're done with that stage, they're going to wipe everybody out until they get that number down to 500 million people. Whatever the number is on the Georgia Guidestones, once they get that number, then they bring all this new technology, the last of it. Because they're already giving it to us now, bits and pieces of it. But it's actually moving fast too. So we got the white population, they're dropping. They're not reproducing themselves. Their birth replacement rate is the lowest of any racial group on the planet. And that's global. Even in Europe, the white population is dropping. So the white people that control America have to find somebody to pass that torch down to. Who gonna take the lead when we're no longer here? The immigrants. And then the rich, wealthy white people under the ground in their bunkers, once it's all said and done, they come up, they send their robots to remove them. So they want America to look a new type of race. They want it to be brown, not all the way black, not all the way white. So they don't want that anymore. They want a one race. They want a one world government. They want a one type of human where there's no more racism. Basically what they want is one group of humans. There ain't no race no more. It's humans and then rich, wealthy humans, robots, and then the aliens that control it all. Aliens and demons and devils that control it all at the very top. Then right up under them, they got the humans that work with them, the bloodline, the Illuminati, those people. Right up under them. Right up under them, they'll have like selected people. Right up under the selected people, they'll have the robots, and that's pretty much going to be the world. That's it. So everybody from that point on going to live well because you're going to have plenty of resources and less people. So that means you can gobble up more. It's not a lot of people. So those people that they're going to live well, but they might be stuck in this hell dimension because this is not heaven. It's not a place a soul want to be. Because as a soul, you drain yourself here. Every day you got to go to sleep. You got to wake up. You got to go feed off of someone else's energy. Whether you eating food coming from a plant or an animal, you basically, this world is a world of vampires. It's called the ecological system. Small little microscopic bacteria and germs and bugs feed on you. And then they feed on animals and they feed on plants. Excuse me. So then you got a little small insect. It's feeding on those little small things. Then one insect bigger than that feeding on that one. Then one insect bigger than that feeding on that insect. Then you got a small animal feeding on that insect. Then another animal bigger than that animal feeding on that and that smaller animal. And they keep going till you get to the biggest animal. But what human beings don't know when they understand the ecological system, they think it stops at humans. Like we the top of the food chain. And that's a lie. These so-called the jinn, greys, reptilians, aliens, whatever you call them, they feed on us. But they don't feed on us in the perspective that we feed. They are highly advanced. They go directly to the source and get what it is that they're needing. So when we eating food, we thinking food. No, you're actually you're bringing in energy. You eat food to get energy. So they don't see it as food. They say energy. They call it what it is. So where is your energy at if they're feeding off of you? Your soul. Your soul is the energy. So our souls, just being on this planet, powers it up. Once many of us are gone, these entities don't have power anymore. And they cannot go where we go. They try to get there in spaceships. They use the technology to do things. They try to get there in spaceships. We go to a place we don't need a spaceship. All you got to do is just die. Your soul automatically goes to where it's supposed to go. It goes where it come from. When people talk about near-death experiences, they talk about how they go through a light and all of a sudden they just was on Earth and then they just zoom and was quickly in somewhere else. In other words, your soul can travel faster than the speed of light. You travel at the speed of thought, which is the fastest thing in the universe. There's nothing faster than the speed of thought. So when you have a near-death experience, that's what they have. They die and think, whatever they think, they instantaneously go there. So we don't need any spaceships. We're multidimensional. We're very powerful. These entities know that. They can't do what we do. They need spaceships and technology to try to travel. And it take them forever. When all we have to do is just think and go there. But you can't do that while you're in the body. You would have to actually eject yourself out the body. Some people call it astral projecting, but I recommend you not get into that, because when you astral project, you go to the astral plane. The astral plane is where these entities reside. That's where they live. When people say, I saw a spaceship and then it just disappeared, yeah, it went to another dimension. It went back to the astral plane. All of this is spiritual stuff. There's really no traveling planets like that. Everything is mostly dimensional if you really get down to it. We're spiritual beings. We're trapped in a body. We're trapped in a cell. Your body got cells, cell, jail, cells. We're trapped in a jail cell body. The body got cells. That's what we're in. So that's taking place. These entities know that. Democratic Party for to institute that. Now, with me, the problem that the Democrat Party have right now is a lot of black men, particularly, are waking up and they're becoming Republican. Like I said, I'm one of them. So, they will, I guess they would harass black people into thinking that Trump is a racist, Republicans are racist, they don't like y'all, they're gonna bring in this, what is that, 2025, is some type of bill or something like that. I forgot what it is. But anyway, these people are running around talking about Trump gonna put us back into slavery and all of that. Well, if you allow somebody to come put your ass into slavery, you need to be a slave. You should be a slave. I recommend your ass being a slave. If you that stupid, if you don't understand the laws of self-defense, if you don't understand why if you walk up on a rattlesnake, the first thing it's going to do is warn you, rattling, letting you know I'm over here, get back, I got venom, I got poison, I'm dangerous. Don't come any closer. And if you come any closer, I'm striking you. Now, if you do that and that snake strike you, you brought that on yourself. In other words, what I'm saying is that snake even knows he has a right to defend himself. Any black person, if you watching this and you decide to put in the comments talking about Trump gonna bring us back into slavery, I'm gonna block you. I don't want you around, because in my opinion, you are fucking stupid. And whatever bad shit that's destined for you, you need to have bad shit happen to you. Why? Because if you a grown ass man and a snake got the right to defend himself and use his rattler and use his venom to take a person down, you also got a right to fucking defend yourself. So if you let somebody, the key word here is let. Ain't nobody gonna just put you in slavery. You gotta want that shit. Because anybody come on my doorstep talking about put me into any kind of fucking chains to be a slave and I ain't break no law, we finna have a funeral. It's either gonna be mine or theirs. That's the only way that shit gonna end. That's the only way that's going. So don't come on my channel with that dumb. No dummies allowed. Don't come on my channel with that dumb shit. I'm letting you know in the beginning. No dumb shit. All that shit of, ooh, Trump gonna turn you to a slave. And no, the fuck he ain't. And if anybody let him do it, you deserve to be a fucking slave. I come from a background where if you a punk and get beaten up on, you will be a punk and get beat up on. When you don't want to get beat up on, you start beating other people's asses, and then people stop beating up on you. I come from that. That's what I've been taught. And it worked for me. That's how I dealt with my bullies. I faced them head on. Yeah, bullies have probably beat me up, but I give them a motherfucking fight, and I'm gonna give them a fight every time they fuck with me. Any and every time you fuck with me, it's going down. So that makes bullies and shit think, well, you know, I might can beat him up, but I just don't like to deal with him. I get him started, that motherfucker want to keep fighting and keep fighting. I'm going to just keep beating him up, but he going to keep on fighting, and then he might pick up a weapon. Yeah, I don't want to deal with him. He's just too much of a problem. I want to go to deal with somebody that's just going to be scared of me and let me do all kinds of shit to him. Typically, that's how a bully gets down. So if you getting put back into slavery, then that's on you. But anyway, going back to what I was saying. They would convince black people to think that Trump is a slave and he's this and he's that. I mean, Trump is going to put you into slavery and he's a racist. As a black person living in America, I've experienced so much racism to the point I've learned how to navigate in it. I accept it. I internalize it. That's called internalized slavery. Black people, we deal with it on a constant basis. We don't realize it, but we deal with it all the time. It's subtle, it's large, it's institutionalized, it's non-institutionalized, it's institutionalized, it's covert racism, it's overt racism. It comes in various forms, so we deal with that. So I'm not worrying about the racist part. I learned how to navigate through that. All I want is nobody making no laws to stop me from making my money. I don't care about racism. I don't want to stop no. In other words, I feel like this. I don't want no one to force me to be and do and think a certain way. You can't force me to think this way. You can't force me to do this, especially if it's bad things. I don't want you to have domination and control over me like that. So if I don't want to be dominated and controlled and forced to feel a certain way, to think a certain way, or forced to behave a certain way, I don't want to put that on anybody else. So if it's a man out there that's a racist and he wants to be a racist and he's conscious of himself being a racist, that's his choice. There's no law saying that you can't be one. The only laws interpret that is basically hate crimes. So if you are a racist and you're sitting in your house, in your living room, and you got racist thoughts all day long, you can't go to jail for thinking racist things. You cannot go to jail for having a racist ideology if you're sitting at your house and you're not committing no crime or hurting anybody. So there's no laws to even control racism. There's no laws to even say if you do this, you're going to jail. And even if you did create laws to say if you are racist, you're going to jail, how do you even find one? You can't. There's no scientific way of proving somebody is a racist. He can, in other words, if Trump walk up to me and say, "Oh, bitch ass nigga," now I can say that's racist. Oh, he white and he called me a bitch ass nigga. He's racist. That's a hate crime. But then what if Busta Rhymes walk right behind him and call me, "Oh, bitch ass nigga"? Now is that racism? Using the same vernacular, same words, same time said. The only difference is Busta Rhymes black, Trump is white. Now, a nigga would be running around with that dumb shit. Man, he a racist. Okay, well, Busta Rhymes call you a nigga too. Is he a racist too? Well, I guess he is. Well, how the fuck he a racist and he black? You black, he black, y'all racist against each other? See, that's where this problem come. Black people whine and cry so much about that racist shit to the point it made racist people start hiding themselves. That's not good. I want to know who you are. I want to know if you don't like me so I know to stay the hell away from you. That's what I want to know. I don't want to be a problem to you. So I don't believe in forcing somebody to do something they don't want to do. My thing is, if you are racist, let me know. I know how to deal with you. If I have to deal with you, other than that, I'm staying the hell away from you. Now, if the Democrats come up to me or they start offering reparations for black people, I'll vote for them. That's the only way I'll do it. Now, they may say, well, the Republicans are not offering you reparations. I don't care. I'm not asking them for any reparations. I want to go get my own reparations. All I want the Republicans to do is grant me the opportunity. Get out of my pocket. Stop overtaxing me. Lower these damn prices. Allow me to be the entrepreneur that I am. Allow me to be the capitalist that I am. Allow me to be the one that's all about the dollar that I am. Get out of my way. Let me make my money. That's all I want the government to do. I think Republicans would do that. Stop making these laws. Let me own my firearms. Let me carry my firearm. Let me speak how I want to speak. Let me raise my kids the way I want to raise them. If I don't want them in this school because they talking about certain things about under the clothes, my child ain't nothing but 10 years old and y'all already talking about under the clothes and all this kind of stuff. And can he be a woman or a man and all? No, I don't want my child involved in none of that stuff. So if the Republicans gonna give me that, that's what I want. Now you may ask yourself, well, the Democrats, they ain't offering you nothing. The Republicans ain't really offering you nothing. You might as well vote Democrat because that's what black people do. Nope, I'm not going to do that. Well, why would you want the Republicans to just give you basic, simple stuff, but when it comes to the Democrats, you want them to give you reparations? Why? Because the Democrats are that. Put it to you like this. Let's just say you had a house. You got your Democrats to the right side of you. That's your right side neighbors. Your Republicans are your left side neighbors. They're on your left side. Republicans mind their business. They ain't knocking on your door. They ain't asking for no fucking sugar. In other words, they're not asking for your vote. They don't want shit from you. In fact, when you go to walk in their yard, they about ready to call the cops on your ass. They like that. They don't want to have no dealings with you. But you got this The other neighbor on the right, that's your Democrat. They the main ones always coming to you knocking, hey man, can you give me this? Asking for your vote. You give them the vote, they never give you nothing in return. So now I'm like, okay, I'm finna stop messing with you. I ain't giving you nothing. You don't ever give me nothing in return. I'm finna see what I can do with these people next door. People next door say, yeah, I got some policies, but it's not nothing specifically for you. I still want to vote for you because your policies will help me, even though it's not specifically for me. Now, the Democrat may say, well, why are you doing that? They not offering you reparations either. Why you want me to give you reparations to vote for me? Why? Because I've been giving you shit since the goddamn 60s, since the 50s. I've been voting for you and you ain't gave me a goddamn thing. So I'm not messing with you anymore until you give me something. Then I might start rekindling my relationship with you. So that's how I do that. I'm gonna vote Republicans as long as they giving me what I need. I'm not asking for no damn reparations. If Democrat want my vote, I want reparations. That's the only way that shit going. Democrat, come to reparations. If you offering the same thing the Republicans offering, I'm not voting for no Democrats. I'm going Republican. The only way a Democrat can get my vote is with reparations. Now, am I looking for that? Fuck no. I just want to create my own reparations, but I just don't want nobody to get in my way of it. And